Boy, do we have a treat for you today. We're up in the city of Oroville at the Bolt's Antique Tool Museum. And I'm here with Mike Bolt. Thanks for having us up here.
Oh, pleasure to have you. Thanks for coming.
Mike, tell us about this museum.
Well, this museum became part of the city in 2006. Prior to that, Dad had, as you look around here, all these tools on these boards in his garage, up on the walls. And over the years, they just got more and more tools.
Now, when did this collection start for your dad?
He started in the tools business in the early 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was trying to do a presentation for some high school kids over in Salt Lake City, where we grew up, he decided he needed to have some props to make this all work. So he went out and started with some tools, found they didn't work, so got some old stuff, and it really got the kids interested in what was going on.
Now, when it was just in your garage, did people come in and like, oh, what's that? What's that?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Dad would host military car club, Jeep clubs. Different people would want to come and check stuff out. Back in 2004, 2005, he realized that he couldn't continue doing this in the garage, and he was looking for a place to have it hosted. The city of Oroville heard about it and decided that, yes, they would do this. They took this building and renovated it, cleaned it out.
As we walk through, are there sections that we're going to be going into?
Well, the whole place is laid out into different sections.
Okay.
Basically, each wall has its own identifier.
So let's move this way a little bit, and
So
this wall.
right now we're moving into the A section.
Okay.
And each one of these sections talks about a different type of tool.
How many tools are on display here in the museum, approximately?
Right now, over 12,000. So, doctors, this is primarily the doctors, a section on Boy Scouts, old and unusual stuff. Now, what you see here has basically come in through donations.
Really? So these aren't just all the ones your dad had in his garage?
No, we started this with 4,500 tools in 2006.
Wow.
And over the years, the donations have just poured in. Good luck with that one.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, different types of tool for different usage. So
This is
wow.
the railroad section. The design of each one of these was unique to a particular thing that they were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so different size, not different position you had to be into. Some were specific for a type of a tractor or an engine. You know, there was a lot of uniqueness into tools, especially prior to standardization of sizes.
Okay. So do you get tools from all over the world sent to you as well?
We have.
Wow. So I just realized
And we've had visitors in from all over the world.
weaponry tools, roofing tools, miners' tools. Oh my goodness. I mean, it just keeps going.
Mm-hmm. Machinist tools.
Machinist tools. Oh my goodness. Household tools, John Deere tools, Caterpillar tools. Was this logging tools? Okay, so if I wanted to know a logging tool and what this big, huge thing was for, what would I have to do?
Okay, number one, find out what board it's on. We have a red book in each section, N4, item 3, and that'll tell us what we need to know about that.
Is it safe to say that you guys have the largest collection of tools in the U.S.?
We believe we do.
Okay.
You know, if there's another collection that with more tools on it, we haven't heard about it.
Look, we haven't even gone to this. We haven't gone to this section of the museum.
Most of these things have come out of somebody's garage or a dirt pile or someplace, and over time, the original owner says, you know, I don't know what to do with this. And he heard about us, and so they make contact, and the next thing you know, the tool shows up here.
I'm here with Bud Bolt, the founder of the Antique Tool Museum. And Bud, you have a couple stories of some of these tools?
Well, I got 1,000 of them. Do you want 900? Or anyway, the reason I come to this is the blacksmith was the world tool maker for 2,200 years.
Wow, that's it, huh?
When the first tools were iron tools were made 400 BC until 1835, the blacksmith was the world tool maker. And so we start and honor the blacksmith with the first display. Now we move into these, and these are blacksmith-made tools. Take this tool, for instance. My dad made that in about 1934.
The screwdriver right there?
This one right here.
Number
yeah.
18? Okay.
To take
Oh, it's not a screwdriver. I'm sorry. I didn't see the end of it.
Well, it had been a screwdriver till he put that socket on there. But that was to take the oil pan off his Essex. But anyway, every one of them represent the ingenuity of man. Where he had a problem, he made a tool to solve that problem. When the monkey wrench was perfected, patented, and started to become mass-produced, they now had a tool to mass-produce machines. Machines, industry, industry build America.
Wow.
So to me, the monkey wrench is the most important single man-made product ever made.
Wow. Okay.
It had more effect on your lives than you could ever imagine.
You know, when you were gathering your tools in your own garage, did you ever envision having something like this?
No, not at all. No, we was going to quit at 1,000, but we was having so much fun, we thought we'd go to 2, and here we are at 13, and it's just as exciting as it ever was.
If you had to select out a tool or two here in the museum as like the most important tools to you, what would they be?
Well, first of all, they'd be these 6 right here.
Oh, okay.
Now, the reason being, that's the first 6 tools in this collection.
And you have them on looks like a traveling toolbox.
Okay, now I was invited, it's hard to believe looking at me now, but I was young one time. And I was a branch manager for Snap-on out of Salt Lake City, Utah. When that publicity hit the papers, we started getting invited out almost immediately to speak to trade schools about Snap-on's famous detachable socket. That was the primary interest. I had a hard time getting and holding the attention of these 15, 16-year-old students. So in Pocatello, Idaho, I gathered up these 6 tools, tied them on that panel board, and carried them in to emphasize to these students that this is the technology that your fathers and grandfathers had to work with. You now have this famous detachable socket. I found that as an effective means of getting and holding their attention and then making the transition to the detachable socket. In '63, I was invited to speak in Dallas, Texas at a sales seminar for an international tool company. And the subject matter they gave me was a brief history of tools and the effect tools had on our life. It was that research that really hooked me, because I realized after that research, the tools are the most important man-made product on the planet. With tools, we can do anything, and without tools, we're just another animal.
Your last name, Bolt.
That's right.
That's a made-up name, right?
No, that's not a... As a matter of fact, with that name in the tools business, I was kidded a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and I had a lot of nicknames hung on me. At about 40, they started calling me Rusty Bolt. And now I'm pressing 90, and I'm trying to be not referred to as Dead Bolt. But it is Bolt, yes, absolutely.
Wow, that's an awesome last name for being in the tool business.
Well, it worked pretty good.
Yeah. We don't want to give it all away. If people want to come see it, what hours are you open during the week?
Okay, right now, fortunately, we're staffed 7 days a week.
Wow.
And Monday through Saturday, we're open from 10 a.m. till 3:45. Mm-hmm. And then Sunday, we don't open till 11:45.
So if you want to come out and see what it's all about and tour yourself, it's Bolt's Antique Tool Museum right here at Oroville. And thanks again, bud. I really appreciate you having us out here. This is awesome.
Well, it's a pleasure having you.
You bet. Thank you. I got to go find a tool.